Hey guys, what's up? This is KannanGS from Technologkal, where technology meets questions, back with another video. This time I feel that we should definitely address Google I/O 2018's biggest announcement, the Google Duplex, along with some other major updates. Hey guys, so Google's I/O 2018, which commenced on 8th May, had some pretty big announcements regarding where Google is heading with its projects. From giving its voice assistant 6 new voices to teaching kids to say please while interacting with smart assistants, Google has unveiled many huge announcements. Well, since kids nowadays are growing up amongst these smart assistants, instead of them learning to be bossy and demand things from real people as they do from their assistants, I personally feel that the please keyword will have a huge positive impact on kids while interacting with others. Also, the Google Assistant is to now feature a continued conversation, which means that instead of you having to say hey Google or okay Google every single time you address your Google Assistant, you just have to do it the first time around. I'm sure everyone is going to find this very comforting, as it is only natural for us to continue our conversation and not break the flow by saying hey Google every single time. Google is also adding a new feature that lets you ask multiple questions at the same time to your assistant. Things don't seem so good for Siri right now. A third update is that the Google Photos will be getting an AI function. If you have multiple images of someone in your friends list, the AI will suggest sharing those photos with them, and it can now even turn your old black and white photos to color with just a simple tap on the screen. Wow! As a last update before we deviate from our original topic of discussion, Google has announced that it is rolling out the third generation of its custom silicon, the Tensor Processor Unit TPU 3.0. Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google, has said that the new TPU pod is 8 times more powerful than last year's, with up to 100 petaflops performance. That's 100 followed by 15 zeros of floating point operations per second. Now moving on to Duplex. This is perhaps the biggest, most amazing announcement Google made at this event. Google's AI is simply reaching great heights as proven by the Google Duplex. It's still in its middle stages, which means it's still a long time from being unveiled, maybe a couple of years give or take, but still what they have achieved by now is pretty impressive. Earlier, we had the Google Assistant to help us with managing our schedules, reminding us of our appointments, making lists, and so on. But Google Duplex, it's way more than that. As stated at the event by Sundar Pichai, many small-scale businesses do not have an internet-based service to make appointments or make their timings known on holidays and stuff like that. But they do have a phone service. And Google's Duplex, what it does is that when you ask it to make a reservation, say for next week around noon for a haircut, if it is unable to make the reservation online, it will in the background make a call to that outlet, pretend to be an actual human, and make that reservation for you. Don't believe me? Just listen to this.
So how can I help you?
Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd.
Sure, give me 1 second. Sure, what time are you looking for around?
At 12 p.m.
We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15.
Do you have anything between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.?
Depending on what service she would like. What service is she looking for?
Just a woman's haircut for now.
Okay, we have a 10 o'clock.
10 a.m. is fine.
Okay, what's her first name?
The first name is Lisa.
Okay, perfect. So I will see Lisa at 10 o'clock on May 3rd.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Great. Have a great day. Bye.
Wow, just wow, that is freakingly amazing. This AI actually sounded like a human. It really has captured the essence of human conversation. I'm sure you notice the mm-hms and the uhs in the conversation. It did not have to do that, mind you, but Google has taught it to do so to sound more like a human. This is a real conversation by an AI with a real person who had no idea that she was talking to an AI. This AI, it just nailed the Turing test. It literally convinced the person at the other end of the line that she was talking to an actual person and not an AI. Heck, if I was on the other side, I wouldn't even doubt for a second that that was not an actual person. To know more about the Turing test and its application, I suggest that you check out my other video about CAPTCHA on the top right hand corner here. This is really amazing and terrifying at the same time. Take a listen at this other recording.
See, how may I help you?
Hi, I'd like to reserve a table for Wednesday the 7th.
For 7 people?
It's for 4 people.
4 people when? Today?
Next
Tonight?
Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Oh, actually we reserve for like upper 5 people. For 4 people you can come.
How long is the wait usually to be seated?
For when, tomorrow or weekday or?
For next Wednesday, the 7th.
Oh no, it's not too busy. You can come for 4 people, okay?
Oh, I gotcha. Thanks.
Bye bye.
See what I mean? Right here.
Hi, I'd like to reserve a table for Wednesday.
It did not have to say but it did. It did face some challenges in this conversation though, but it managed to ace the test. Things are really starting to look bad for Siri right now. Sure, this is just one of the many recordings of which some might have gone really bad, but it's still really impressive. It is a culmination of all of Google's works in the past years, such as listening to our voices and analyzing our speech pattern, that has led to this big moment. Now let's take a moment to discuss the various aspects of this feature, because people, they're both for it and against it. They're not sure how to treat this possibility of an AI being able to function flawlessly in mimicking a human, and that too in the background without letting out the fact that the person on the other end is talking to an AI. I mean, it doesn't actually matter in terms of accomplishing something, but it's more comforting to know when you're not talking to an actual human being. Ultimately, the question is, does Google have an obligation to let the person on the other end know that he or she is not talking to an actual human but an AI? There's really two ways of thinking about this. One half urges Google to do so, but on the other hand, and this is more of Google's point of view here, if a person who deals with actual humans over the phone for most of the day gets a call from an AI and knows that it is an AI, the chances are that he or she might hang up the phone. Instead, just talking like a human and getting things done as fast as possible, and that too without any issues, mind you, while not wasting our time, seems like a win-win situation for all of us. But ultimately, it's up to the people. This AI, it really does do an impressive job of convincing others that it's a human, while in reality, it's not. So how far will this go? I mean, when I'm in control and I know that I'm talking with an AI, I'm more comfortable than when I'm being fooled by an AI into a conversation. All these developments, they are only as great as its legitimacy. This should always be under control and at least for now be limited to only the most trustworthy sectors in this field. So with this, I'll conclude this topic for now, leaving you to comment below on what you think about Google Duplex and how far it should go. Be safe. Thanks for watching guys. Please like, share and comment on my videos, and if you liked my videos, please subscribe to my channel for more. You can view my previous video on the bottom left hand corner, and you can subscribe to my channel on the right hand side. Again, this is KannanGS from Technologkal. Have a great day.